Hello and welcome to ACC League Tools for WordPress. In this video I'm going to show you how to go from a brand new WordPress site to a community site that looks something like this. This is our demonstration site that you can get to. This is what a default site looks like these days, and this is the admin for a brand new website. First of all, an important point is while you're performing this process, you should use an administrator account that is not going to be used for membership of the community. The main reason for that is when you first set up a site, or when it's set up for you, if you're using a hosting provider, they will create you an admin account. And because that account exists, it doesn't have any of the features associated with it that a user account for the community will have when they register through the website. And if you try to create your own user account first and then hope to make that a member later, you'll potentially have issues. It's a messy thing because we need to have things like your Steam ID and race numbers and other things like that associated with your profile, and existing accounts won't have that. So to make life easier for yourself, log in here with an admin account that you're not going to use for membership of the community itself. Once you have got things set up using this account, you can then go and register via the website. So there's a button on there that allows you to register here, and then you can come back to the user manager side of the site and make your community membership account an administrator, and any other administrators that you want. You can make their account administrator account by changing their role, and I'll show you how to do that later. So the first thing you need to do is install our theme, and that will be provided to you as a zip file. Unfortunately, we can't publish it on WordPress.org or other similar repositories because they all have requirements that say we should separate the look and feel into a theme, so how the site looks, with styling, that sort of thing, into a theme, and any other functionality like all of the management tools into a plugin. That just makes the setup and installation more difficult, and since this what we're doing here, or what we're providing here, is a complete application, we've bundled it just as a theme. So it does everything in the theme. All the admin features and all of the look and feel and styling are part of the one theme. So that means you can't go and search for it. So when you click on Add New Theme, you won't be able to search for ACC League Tools on WordPress.org or any other repository. You'll have to get it directly from us. So we provide that in a zip file. So you will need to click on the Upload Theme button here, and then that will give you this button where you can go and choose the file. So choose the zip file that we've downloaded. I've just put put a copy of it into a temp folder here just so it doesn't get lost. Select that, and the Install Now button will be enabled, so you can click that, and it will just give you this brief page that tells you it's unpacked it because it was a zip file, it's installed it, and tells you that it was installed successfully. There's no reason that it should fail, but if it does, then contact us via the Discord site. There's an option here to activate the theme, but I just wanted to really show you what has happened so far. So if we go to themes, you can see that the default theme is still active, and the website still looks like this even after I refresh it. But our ACC League Tools theme has been installed, and there is an activate button there that you can use. It needs to be activated before it will any of the functionality will be available, and before it will take over. So we'll click on the activate button there. It's become active and it gets moved over here. And what you'll now see is a dedicated ACC League Tools top level menu item here. And we'll want to click on that. And you can't do much with it at the moment because you need to go through a process to set up your site. The minimum you need is a name. So we can go in here and we can say, well, I'll just choose this one here that I've used before, ACC LT Demo. That will become the name of your league, and it'll be used all over the website so that your community members will see it. So, for example, in our demo one, we called it Bedrock Racing, so it's shown here, and it's shown on many other pages, such as the About Us page and the rules page. Yeah, let's go back to here. So that's the minimum you need. And if you just click Save Changes after providing a name, you'll be able to go over here and see that it's changed. It's changed to ACCLT Demo there. And now the site has taken over. So we go back to here. The next thing you might want to do, and we probably recommend you should do, is to choose a file for your logo. That can be any file, but we do resize it when before we display it to a maximum width of 256. So you should make sure that its ratio is such that it will still look the same once it's been resized to a width of 256 pixels. So you can choose pretty much any picture there. I'll find one that it's not really appropriate, but it'll do. These are all optional, so you can go and put links into URLs in here to your Discord, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, or X as it's been renamed to now, and YouTube sites. As I said, they're completely optional, so we don't need to touch those. And then you can choose a look and feel for your site. Now you saw there the look and feel was this sort of blue to pink gradient, and the text is colored this here. We use Bootstrap to style this. Bootstrap's just a CSS styling framework, and we provide you with a list of pre-installed themes that you can choose. And as well as choosing a theme, you can choose whether we use the darker version or the dark mode version of it. So if I simply change this and click Save Changes, that will switch the site to the darker mode, and things like headers like this will be a bit darker. It doesn't necessarily change to a full dark theme, but there are themes if you want a full dark theme available in there. If you want to see what the themes look like, then head over to bootswatch.com. And there you'll see, these are the themes that we've provided, and you can see a sample here of all of the themes. So you can have a quick browse through this and see if you can pick one that you like. It's only these top ones here that we've provided, the others are paid for. So if you see something there that you fancy, that's what the sort of Quartz one looks like in preview. Then you can go back to the site here, to the admin site, choose the one you want. I quite like Cyborg, so I typically go with that one. Save the changes, and now refreshing the site will pick up that new theme. So a bit of messing about there, or trial and error there, to get the look and feel that you want. And obviously you'll want to choose something that fits with your logo if you've got a color scheme in the logo. Yeah, so that's the minimum you need to do to set up your site. There are other tabs here that you can use to control the content of the front page. That's the home page above the upcoming events section, the About Us page, and the rules page. So if we go back to the site here, you'll see you've got this area here between the header and the upcoming events section. You have full control of what appears in there, but take care, don't put too much in there, because you'll then end up pushing upcoming events off of the page, and then users will have to do a lot of scrolling, and users typically don't like to scroll too much. So this should be a sort of nice welcoming message, something that gives them a brief introduction as to what the site is, but then you can use About Us as a page to be able to set that up to give them a bit more information. And you can do that through this About Us content. Sorry, front page content is basically an editor that allows you to use any kind of HTML. So I can put a simple welcome message in there, make that a heading of some sort or other, and welcome to my demo. Save those changes there. Then you can do the same with About Us. You can put anything you want in here, save those changes, and similarly with the rules page. So if I look at the demo site here, you can see over on the rules page we don't really have a huge amount because it's not a real site, so we don't really have any rules. But on About Us, we've got headings, plain text, links, bulleted lists, and other headings that you can use to sort of provide much more information about your site. With regards to rules, this is just one set of rules that you can provide. So this would be the overall rules about the member behavior and that sort of thing about the site, the things that apply to the league or community as a whole. When we go to creating championships and events, each of those has their own rules page that you can provide content for. You don't have to, that's perfectly optional. But if for a particular championship you have a different set of rules to other championships, then you can define those in there. And if you have a specific set of rules for an event, you can put those in for the event. So it might be that for a standalone event you use a different set of rules for a championship event, that sort of thing. But you can do all of that later on. So that's it really. Basically, your site is set up. You're up and running with the look and feel, the site name, the league name, and so on. Your About Us rules are available there, and your site is kind of ready to go. I mean, you obviously need to be able to create some championships and things like that, but we'll cover that in another video. What we would recommend that you did then was go and register. So if I log out of here now, this register button is what you'll see. Click on there, go and register with your username, real first name, last name, email address, etc. Make sure you put your Steam ID in here, and once you put your Steam ID in, you will be prompted to select a race number. We'll cover more about race numbers later, but you can you'll fill this in, click on continue, then you'll be prompted for a race number, and then you can complete the registration by choosing a race number, and then go back to the admin site. You can go into users, select your user account and any others that you may want to change the role for, and from this list select administrator, and then click change. That role is already an administrator, so it hasn't done anything. But once you've selected those that aren't administrators, select the role, click change. It will change all of them to be administrators, and then they and you can use the same account for the community site and also for administrating it here. So I hope that's been helpful. We'll get you up and running, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll start looking at some other features that you need to manage. Thanks for watching.